Hi, my name's Nick Eaton. I'm from Envirovent, and today I'm going to demonstrate to you the difference in performance and quality between the Envirovent Silent fan and many traditional fans on the market. There are millions sold every year, millions of axial fans, and yet 5 million properties in the UK still got condensation and mould. So what's the difference between all the axial fans? How do you choose the right one? Well, you'll see there's many shapes, many sizes. You've got ones with flat front covers, you've got ones with slotted front covers, and you've got with circular front covers. The difference between the silent fan, the first difference, is this circular design on the grille. It's a helical shape. It allows the air to pass straight through the fan with the least amount of resistance. The second difference is the quality of the plastics and the quality of the motor. The motor is an Italian design. The most important part is the impeller and the bearings. If the bearings are no good, you've got short life. If the impellers are poor design, it doesn't move any air. I'm going to show you the difference now in performance. We've got 5 different types of fan here: flat front cover, another flat front cover, and 3 traditional fans. So if I just plug them all in, switch them on, so you can hear them all making a noise, various noise levels. This here is a test rig, and it simulates the performance of a fan in an installation with a wall sleeve and a grill. So I take this one with the flat front cover first. If this fan's doing its job properly, then plug it in. You can see it's come on. If this fan's doing its job properly, it should be pushing the disc up inside the tube, which it's not doing. But if I take the flat front cover off, the disc flies up, and that's because flat front covers are the enemy of axial fans. They look nice, but they impede the performance. So it's just worth bearing in mind when you're choosing a fan. You choose an axial fan with a flat front cover. The likelihood is once it's installed, it isn't going to perform properly. This is another flat front covered fan, which I'll just put on the test rig. It's making a lot of noise and probably using a lot of energy. There's not much happening. Put this back in there. And again. Fan 1, a traditional type fan, your typical fan. That ain't moving anything. Fan 2, an own brand fan. You can buy these for about 10 quid from the electrical wholesalers. This is actually a brand leader's fan. It's a PIR fan. Probably costs about £40, £50 from the wholesalers. Again, doing nothing. And that's because it's an axial fan. It's got a poorly designed impeller, and once it's got a bit of resistance on it, it's struggling to perform. So just turn them off. So what about the performance of the silent fan? If I just plug that in. So there, silent fan's on, and you can hardly hear it. And that's because the air is entering through the front grille with a minimal amount of resistance, being driven by a very cleverly designed impeller, guide vanes on the back, which virtually makes it a mixed flow fan, and then we've got these silent elasticated blocks housing a motor with seal for life bearings. And then if we put the fan on the test rig, you'll see it just blasts the disc straight up, which just proves that the Silent 100 and its design is the most effective fan on the market, and it's just worth paying a little bit more to get the performance. And I'll prove it even more to you. What about flexible ducting, which electricians love? Well, here I've got 15 metres of it. And if I find the end of this, I'll get to it one day and put that end on it. Oh, sorry. I'll find the other end and put that on it. Look at that. How much resistance is in that duct? You can tie it in knots, you can stand on it. I'll stand on the duct and squash it down, and it's still performing. Which means even the poorest of installations, the Silent 100 is guaranteed to work. So if you're going to consider an axial fan, have a look at the Silent 100. The quietest and the most effective fan on the market.